Seems to be getting pretty weird on YouTube recently. Sort of, you know what I mean? Showing each other bathrooms and stuff. Mike Cat just showed me one of his defunct bathrooms, and Brendan's just had his bathroom done out really nice. Brendan Soda, Bacon Soda. And I've already done a video about this bathroom, but I thought I'd just have a little look around. And it's 9 years since I built this bathroom, and when I started building it I didn't have a clue what I was doing, honestly. I'd never done any real DIY work before, and there was no YouTube then to go and have a look and see how you do it properly, so I made loads of mistakes. But I just thought I'd show a few things that I done wrong perhaps, and I would have done them different now. So today, at least I've cleaned the bathroom today. That's why I feel like I can make a video in here. And I cleaned all the sink traps out, and the stuff that comes out of a sink trap after 9 years is so disgusting, it's unbelievable. Anyway, first things first, the bath. The bath, I've hardly ever used it. I think I've used it 3 or 4 times. The kids never use the bath. Nobody bothers with the bath. Everyone rather just have a shower. So we could have saved ourselves quite a bit of money by not putting the bath in. And the other thing is, we put that window there behind the bath, and now we've got to have all those ferns there so the neighbours can't see in. And that's a bit daft because they lose quite a lot of leaves, and you have to constantly look after them, and just for the sake of the privacy of the neighbours. I see a couple of things here. This is the toilet area, and this is like a sort of unit that we've built out of MDF, and we didn't really have much choice really, because well, like I say, we didn't know what we were doing, and MDF was quite easy to cut up and make, and we painted all the MDF with waterproof paint. But in a few places it's the integrity of the waterproof paint has been lost a little bit. For example, down there you can see that little gap there behind the toilet, and when all the acrid urine from little kids, and sometimes not so little kids, maybe miss the pot, and that eats into the paint, and I'm going to have to do a little repair job down there pretty soon. And we also, here's the shower unit. You can see it from here, it's hard to film in here. There's the shower unit, and that's all made out of MDF too. You see this sort of MDF board, you can faintly see the screws there, and that's all then covered with waterproof paint. But like an idiot, I made the join here at the bottom there, and there you can see this. It's losing it a bit there. It needs to be sanded off and resealed, and down here same problem too. Yeah. So I would have done that with a different material, some sort of waterproof material, I don't know what, but something. Brendan was talking about the shower, problem with getting mould in the shower. Let me just turn this little light on here so I can see a bit better. The shower's not too bad. I wash it down every couple of weeks, every 2 or 3 weeks with a bit of bleach, and that seems to keep the mould at bay. But I think it's just the grout. Said when I bought the grout, they said it had some sort of fungicide in there, but I guess it wears off after a time. And the worst place where we get any mould, this is a little alcove we made here, sort of to go in there, and there you can see a bit of mould there, and there's a bit at the bottom there, but generally it's not too bad. I'm surprised it didn't leak or anything, because as I say, I didn't know what I was doing when I made the bathroom. Another thing I wished I hadn't have done was the double sinks. It's sort of nice in theory that you're both busy in the morning and you can both brush your teeth, but when you're doing your absolutions and messing about with your teeth and picking stuff out with your toothpick. You don't want your wife to be there, you want to do your toilet business in private. Well, that's my thought about it. So we never ever use that together. We don't both stand smiling at each other using that double sink. So I wish we'd have just made one single sink, and we'd have saved money on putting 2 taps in and having twice as much work really. I'll just show you behind the scenes down there. There's another little MDF cupboard, and when you go down there you'll see how rough it is there. And nice, it's all just OSB and 2x4s, all bish bosh and slammed together. And this stuff got put in by the plumber. I didn't trust myself to put all the plumbing into. And there's another little folly that we decided to do. The idea of that was that in this hole here, if you look down there, you can see there's a hole going down. And the idea was that we build a little chute here so we can chuck all your dirty undies and stuff there. And that chute down there leads to where the washing machine place is. Here's that little chute. I'm downstairs now where the washing machine is, and you can see that little chute there. And that was the idea, was that you put your dirty clothes in there and they come straight down to the washing machine, but it wasn't really practical in a way. It's just quicker to just take your stuff down really. And that comes down that chute and piles up here, and there's the washing machine. So that's another thing I wouldn't have bothered, because that took a hell of a lot of work to build that little chute, and we had to get a hole done in the floor there, and yeah, it wasn't worth the trouble at all. Oh. Yes, so we had to do it twice then, because we put 2 sinks in, but I don't know what, if you get it done professionally, if it looks any better under the sink. It's always a bit of a ropey area in it, but none of it's leaking. It's all still pretty intact, no water leaking in or anything. These are the sink traps I did today. You should have seen the stuff coming out of those. Ugh, it's disgusting. So anything else in here? Yep, so that's about it in the bathroom. I put these tiles down here on the floor. This is some kind of slate copy, and I think it looks quite nice, and we extra use those big tiles to make the bathroom look bigger, as Brenda did. But we haven't got underfloor heating here, and it gets a bit chilly in winter walking on these slate copy things, so I would have possibly chosen another material. Another little detail we did, because the bathroom's relatively small, is install a sliding door, because then you don't have the door opening up into the bathroom and taking up more space. So that's worked good, and you can see there how it slides back, so it's all right. Just problem locking it, so we've made a little thing there where you could put a wooden peg in there, but we've never used it. Yep, so that's my bathroom, and like I say, there's quite a few things I would have done differently, but it's always easier in hindsight, isn't it? And doing it without YouTube was quite difficult too, because there's manuals how to do stuff, but sometimes you just need a video of someone doing something to show you how to do it.